This is exciting. I'm pumped for this. Another edition of JR Off Air, another episode, I should say. One of my good buddies, live from Atlanta. He's also the host of the Future Bachelor podcast. His name is Cy. Cy, what's up, man?
Chillin', dog. What it do, JR?
How's it
JR
going, man?
might be off air, but we're online.
That's right, brother. Dude, thank you for doing this, man.
Dude, thank you for having me. This is like the first time I feel the most comfortable doing like a live, podcast like this.
Oh, man, I got your back. We've been friends for a while. We met in Orlando when we did radio out there, and now Cy works for our corporate offices in Atlanta, and I'm in San Antonio, which I've talked about before. But Cy is a super talented guy. He's also a musician, and I don't know, you're an okay rapper. So.
Yeah, kind of like, I mean, it's just a skill. Like now that used to be like one of the things I'd be like, yo, I'm a rapper. But now it's like, I can rap,
Yeah, we're going to have to pull out some of those videos a little bit later of you
maybe
throwing down.
Yeah, we'll see.
But anyway, what have you been up to, dude?
Dude, just checking out your podcast, dude. Congratulations on this whole thing.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you. I know you've been talking about doing this for a while, so I'm a little over a year of doing my podcast, Future Bachelor. That's the logo behind me. So if you guys check it out, yeah, I'm really good about product placement. So
yeah, way to go.
But yeah, no, man. This whole podcast game is kind of crazy because obviously you're a professional, you're on air, like on actual radio, and my dreams have always been about being a personality myself, but it's just never panned out the way, I thought it would. So right. I'm really lucky to be living in a world where we can do this ourselves,
Super pumped on this, man. Yeah. And I'm super pumped on you being able to get out there, do your thing more because, you're a visual guy, audio visual guy, digital director, content guy. You can edit anything. You're actually recording this podcast for us. And now that and that's always been kind of behind the scenes, and I've seen you and how talented you are that way. Now you're kind of getting to express yourself in front of a mic. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, I've always been comfortable being in front of people, doing things on a microphone, but like for talking for a long time, for long periods of time, it takes skill. And then also just like doing this weekly, I'm talking to someone that has to wake up every morning, that's crazy. I don't know if I could do that. I would love to say I could, but just to do a weekly podcast is hard enough. That's like every Wednesday I record to like put out the show on Thursday, and it's just, consistency.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm glad, man. It sounds good. I've listened to the Future Bachelor podcast before. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. I like what you're doing here too.
Dude, I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
Try to keep up. Hey, so I've talked to you about this before, and I want to know, have you done any more stand-up since I've seen you? Because how many times have you been up? Once, twice?
I've been up twice. I've been up once here and once in Orlando when I was back there. But no, I haven't.
So bummed I missed it.
No, I think I might have showed you. I have recorded it somewhere. It's somewhere, but
I think you just read me the joke, which is even worse.
Yeah. No, dude, there's something in me about comedy that, it's you too. Like me and you would talk about it all the time. It's just, there's something about it being hard, but so fun. And I'm just like a big fan of like Joe Rogan's podcast and a lot of different other comedians and stuff. And I just hear their stories. Like I aspire to be like a Joe Rogan because not just, the things he does, but doing comedy, being, well-rounded, he hosts Fear Factor, he hosts, things for the UFC, and the comedy thing is just like a whole crazy different thing. He was an actor, into fitness, into hunting. I try to expand myself a lot by doing things that are scary. Did you see the new Will Smith, him going up doing stand-up?
Who?
Will Smith.
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, Will Smith he just started a new show, about his bucket list or whatever. It's on Facebook Watch. And his second episode, he gets Dave Chappelle to come in and train him how to do comedy and stuff. And he did pretty decent. I don't know, man.
Well, he's Will Smith. If you see him on stage, you're going to be like, dude, that guy already, I'm in Fresh Prince.
You're right. But
so he's going to get some laughs there, but that's awesome. He's got the
Growing up, my idols were Fred Savage and Wonder Years, Mark Paul Gosselaar, Zach Morris, and Saved by the Bell, and definitely Will Smith and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So it's
Aunt Becky in Full House, and now look at her.
Well, more Bob Saget or John Stamos, but yeah,
I would have thought for sure it was going to be those two before
I want to
her.
be making money like her, but damn, she's still so hot though. It's crazy. How is she hotter than her daughter still? It's crazy.
I don't know about that, but yeah, she. But didn't her daughter say "Oh, I'd never go to school"? It is what it is.
I saw a video where she was like talking, like she was like, well, I'm about to start college, but I'm just going for like the college experiences and the parties and stuff. So this girl is like just straight up like spoiled in general. Like we talked about it this past week on our podcast, but it's just it's insane. Like when you get to a point of like being so rich and you know you have everything in the world, like what are you still trying to get your, like I get it, like, but your kid is not going to be smart just because you pay someone to get them into college. Like
it's just it's more for the parents than it is for the kids, because the parents want to brag at parties that their kid goes where. You know, that's what it is, man. You know how it is in LA. It's all status and stuff like that. So,
and I feel like now too, with like the rise of like college sports and tailgating and all that stuff, I feel like more than ever these kids are like getting trained at a young age to think they want to go to a college that they've really may have not even wanted to. Like, you know, coming from Orlando, both of you are being in Orlando, like as long as we were. You know how much people love that school, UCF, out there, and it's like, if the parents went to UCF, it's like, and they're going to the tailgates since they were like born, it's like they're gonna go to UCF, so it's like they don't really even have a choice, like to have their own, you know, mind. It's like, I was programmed.
Totally agree with that.
So.
Hey, speaking of college sports, I thought the best part of that whole scam was the fact that they were cropping people's heads on different athletes.
Oh my God, I just
it's like that reminds me of. Who's that? Who the hell is that? That's Ray Finkel. That's Ray Finkel, the famous kicker. That's what it reminds me of. Because if you look at that, if you look at that photo, who is that? Who the hell is that? Well, but if you want to go back to that and remember how bad of a crop job that was in that movie, I love it, dude.
Well, to me, I just don't see, like, were they trying to get them to play sports in college, or was the sports just their ticket in?
That was their ticket in, because the academic requirements for athletes are lower than just a normal general admission student.
Oh my
God. So they're like, okay, so to make this not look like you have a 4.0 and the perfect score or whatever, we're going to have you in. The minimum requirement to get in is like a 2.5 for athletes. Okay, cool. You have a 3.5 and a you know great score on this, and then they'll just say they're acquiring them as the crew team, which then the coach got to pay off.
Wow.
It was fantastic. I love the whole thing.
Well, now they're like 2.5 million in, like between their bonds and how much they pay to get their daughters. Like, what?
People are getting called out left and right.
Do you think she's going to jail?
No. Probation of, I don't know. I mean, they put Martha Stewart in jail, but that's like, well, this is a federal offense, so that's the difference. It's not just a conspiracy.
I mean, $1 million bond is nothing. That's no joke, man. Like,
right. Well,
like even R. Kelly didn't even have that shit. R. Kelly has like 100,000, like he can't even pay that shit.
I know, dude. Is he doing all right? How's he doing?
Well, yeah. Last time I talked to him, it sounded like he really had to go, but like they weren't letting him piss, so it was like, you know.
Sorry. That's the easiest joke you've ever taken.
I'm sorry. See, that's why I haven't done stand up in a while.
Oh, dude.
It was kind of went over your head almost.
I think they. No, I get it. It cut out a little bit. That's why.
Uh-oh.
No, it's my Wi-Fi. Don't worry about it.
Well, yeah. I don't know. The whole R. Kelly thing it's crazy. Did you watch both the R. Kelly and Michael Jackson documentaries?
I'm not giving those dudes any more money than I already have.
No, I don't think watching the documentary is giving him money.
I just don't want to make money off that dude's story.
I'm just saying, like, this shit is crazy. Like, the Michael Jackson one was like crazy. Like, I couldn't believe. Like, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan, man. Like, it's
you used to go to the ranch. You used to tell me about that. How was that?
I mean, the roller coasters were cool, but like, I don't know why he called his lap a roller coaster. Like, it went up.
You must be this high to ride Michael.
No, man, that guy was sick, man. I feel really
for sure.
I believe it. I don't know. I don't know how people couldn't, like. The guy was just straight weird, you know. No,
it's weird and it's horrible for those families and whatnot. But
and to me, like I can understand why somebody would lie. Like I can understand why they're like, well, they went up and protected him on a stand. It's like, yeah, because they were abused at like 7 years old. They thought they were like in a relationship with Michael Jackson, like literally like a girlfriend boyfriend thing. That's how it was. And he did like ceremonies, like allegedly, like, you know, like to marry them and stuff. And it's like. It was sick, and then Macaulay Culkin comes around, and he's like the famous kid, and they're like feeling jealous and stuff around him, like he's the new kid. It's just sad, man.
Yeah. So, well, if you want to know if you know being a child star and being around people like Michael Jackson and other people like that, if you want to know how that turns out, look at Macaulay Culkin. Dude is rough, and you can just tell. Yeah, dude was rough, and he just, you could see where his conversational level, or when he's talking, or his interpersonal skills, you can see the gap. Like he was a kid, and now he's trying to be an adult, and and I don't think it's our perception. Just with his humor and how he jokes around, it's kind of cutesy, little kiddish. And
because he got away with
he also
everything
is a very
he
smart guy.
Everything he wanted, he got.
Yeah, he didn't have. I'm saying, like, he skipped a decade in his life, basically. So like, I think there's a developmental, void right there, and it's interesting. I mean, he's set for life, and then had to sue his parents and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I just, to me, it's just.
That's why I turned down that role.
Which one?
Home Alone. That's how
you wish.
I turned that down.
Oh
I was worried
back
about
in time
that.
And take that role. Holy cow! That is just the
you
coolest
wouldn't.
movie.
I'm sorry, dude. I love you, but you would not fit in the family.
I'm just saying.
I know how close you and your mom are. I know how close you and your mom are. There's no way she's leaving you anywhere.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I can't believe they did it twice. Like, I just don't understand.
At that point, you just say, dude, we obviously don't like the guy. Let's just keep going. Let's not ruin another vacation.
Dude, I actually had this idea of, which is kind of crazy because Netflix ended up making a movie kind of like that. But I always thought it would be cool to make I think I might have told you this before, but a remake of Home Alone where it was like really dark. You know how they've been like,
like a Jordan Peele thing?
Like, yeah, I guess, like, where it's kind of like, it starts off where you think this kid is gonna get like raped by these guys and stuff, but it ends up being like the statistic that, like, they should have gone in this house. It's a sadistic kid where like he's like, it's like turns into like Saw in the house. Like, you know how like the tricks were like really bad, like they would burn their head with a blowtorch or step on a rusty nail or something. Like, this shit would be like Saw. Like,
Bro, we're talking about a child Christmas movie that you see every year.
Netflix made it.
They made the opposite of it.
They made a movie called like something about like the kid had a babysitter and then the boyfriend
that was the
came
title.
Over. It was called like The Babysitter or something like that. Yeah, it was called like Babysitter or something, but it was around Christmas time.
Mom, I Killed the Babysitter?
Yeah, oh no, it's new. It's new. You have to see it. Check it on Netflix. I'm saying.
All right.
But,
good stuff, man.
Yo, speaking of like remakes of old stuff, did you see the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air one?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think of that?
It was all right.
You didn't think it was dope?
But you got to remember, you're like a huge hip hop fan. I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, I know, but I know every episode of Fresh Prince, so it was like really cool to see how they introduced Jazzy Jeff and Uncle Phil and Carlton and stuff. Like, it was just cool.
But it's all a new cast, right?
All new. It's like brand new. It's not like a funny
so
sitcom.
Weird.
I think they're gonna make it, man, because Will Smith hasn't even reposted it yet, and the shit went viral last week. Like, everybody was talking about it. So it was like, and I just see one negative comment. So I really think like Will Smith is going to like executive produce this thing with Quincy Jones. Eventually, we're gonna see it on Netflix or something.
Ooh,
yeah,
see, man.
Little
well, if they put their money behind it, it's for sure gonna work.
For sure.
Hey, did you see? Are you a baseball fan at all?
No, but no.
Okay, so you're a fan of money.
Yeah, of course.
So these like 10-year contracts these baseball players are signing. Mike Trout, who plays for the Angels, which you know is my squad, he signed a 12-year, $430 million contract today.
How does baseball still have the money to pay that?
What are you talking about? It's huge. It's the second biggest sport in the country, next to the NFL.
That's like already $500 million right there.
Yeah, it's over 12 years. And it's not the MLB, it's the Angels staff, their organization. So all the stuff, all the revenue that they're going to make on concessions and jerseys and all the stuff they can make off that guy and how much attendance he brings in. He's the best player in the world right now.
So you're saying that like, is it a yearly salary they break that into over 12 years?
Oh yeah. He doesn't get $430 a year.
So it's like the lottery.
Yeah, dude, he just crushed it. And what's funny is,
does he deserve it?
Guys, oh, he's the best. Yeah, he may go down being like I'd say safely top 10 players of all time.
How old is this guy? What's his name?
27. Mike Trout. 27. Dude, I think he's actually from your part of the country.
Mike Trout, Michael Nelson Trout, is an American professional baseball center fielder for the Los Angeles Angels. Most Valuable Player Award in 2014 and 2016, 6-time winner of the Silver Slugger Award.
He's
Pretty
a stud.
Impressive, yeah.
Did you see where he's from, though? I think he's from your hood.
It says, it doesn't say where he's from.
Oh, come on.
What do you mean, my hood? I got a
Dude,
couple
he's from
hoods
East
now.
Coast. He's an East Coast kid.
Okay, yeah, definitely I'm on the East Coast, but that's a big hood.
No.
What's it called? No, he is. Why is his Wikipedia not coming? American professional. Dude, 240 home runs. What the hell? How is that possible?
He's a stud, man. It's unbelievable, and he hasn't been in the league. You know, he's only been in the league for probably I don't know. Is it 5 years now?
Well, I
mean, he grew up.
career.
He was born in Vineland, New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's where you're from, right?
Vineland? No, I'm not from Vineland. I'm from upstate New York.
I'm almost positive you said Vineland.
No, I'm from Lake George, dude. You know that.
But you did spend a lot of time in Vineland, like a cabin in the summers and stuff like that. Did you say that?
No, why do you keep pushing
this? Because Michael Jackson had a Neverland there, and you said...
What, his Neverland was in New Jersey?
Well, yeah, two. Yeah. It's like SeaWorld.
Well, I want to go to the New Jersey Neverland.
It's like SeaWorld. Sure. Hey, there's three of them. Hey, by the way, I've been to all three of them in the United States. How weird is that?
Are they all the same?
San Diego, Orlando, San Antonio.
I always wondered, is the Universal Studios in LA or like the California Universal Studios like just as good as the Universal Studios here?
I think it's close to it. Maybe yours might be a little bigger, but Disneyland and Disney World is completely different.
Really?
You got 5 parks versus 2 parks. Mm. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You go to Disneyland, that's the original one. It's a lot smaller, and it's just, I don't know, I like it better. I was a little overwhelmed by that. But I'm not one of those adults that goes to Disney either. So
no one talks about Disneyland no more.
No.
Isn't that weird?
I mean, they're still making money.
And I know, but like, you never hear about Disneyland. Like, you just hear about Disney World.
That's true. And but they do a lot of business in California.
Holy crap, man. That's so much money, Disney. And, Disney's about to drop that OTT streaming platform.
I don't know what that is. You sound like you got kind of nerdy on me.
Sorry, dude. That's like Netflix and like Hulu and all that shit. They're about to drop their Netflix. And they just like pretty much acquired Fox's, all their properties. So think about all this stuff they're ripping off of Netflix to now put on their platform. So all the Marvel stuff, all the Star Wars stuff, all the kids' movies that are going to continue to come out, all the Fox
and all their
stuff,
ABC shows,
all the
they own
ABC shows. That's crazy, dude, isn't that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's smart though. I mean, after seeing like the Netflix model of how successful that was, how could you not want to follow that?
And I mean, it was kind of crazy how like Netflix had such a head start. It's insane. Because
that was just when they were sending when you remember when they sent it to you.
Yeah, the CD, the DVD.
Yeah. What's that again? What is that?
Now, I wonder if they still do that. They still do they really?
DVDs,
dude. You know what?
Oh no, they don't do the delivery anymore. No.
This is a bit I'm working on. It's like, yo, you know who pisses me off the most? The people outside the gas station getting red boxes. I don't understand it. Like, I just don't understand it, dude.
What are you doing?
The money you're paying for that movie right now will get 2 of those, and you're paying for Netflix that month. Yeah. You're an idiot.
Just stay in your house. Stay in your house. Stop bothering people.
They're only coming out for that red box too. That's the crazy part.
I know that and a Red Bull. It's like, calm down.
They're asking me for money. I'm like, God, you got life all messed up. Where'd you get this little bear thing hung up on your wall right here?
Dude, killed it.
Oh, you killed a cub? It actually doesn't look like a bear. It looks like a gorilla or something.
Dude, what do you think it is? It was a hybrid. It was half gorilla, half bear.
Yeah.
It was some breeding things they were trying at the San Diego Zoo.
I just wonder, like, when you hung that up on the wall, you're like, yeah, this is going to be sick.
So now you're making fun of it?
Sorry.
Dude. Hey, bro.
I like this.
Hey, bro, listen. This is something
Don't start making fun of things in the background.
Hey, bro. Hey, listen, man. I'm new to the podcast game. I got a bear on the wall. All right?
It's all good. You're getting there. I'm actually impressed. Look at that microphone. That's a clean-ass microphone.
I like to go this way with it. I wanted to go classic look, because I got an old soul. But yeah, dude, let's get back to this. Hey, you want to know this? Can you see this one?
I can see it.
Willie Nelson.
That's Willie Nelson?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's what he looked like before he was what I always recognized
when
him
he was arrested. Yeah, Willie. And then that is Petey.
Oh, is that what's it called? Who's that up there? Black guy?
Where?
The black guy up there?
Oh, this guy?
Yeah. Johnny Cash?
Yeah.
Cool.
He's not black, as you can tell from the picture.
No. He just wears black. He's a black guy. Like, he likes black. A guy that likes...
Dude, that's very offensive, dude.
Yo, come on. It's a bit I'm working on. They gotta be bad before they get good.
All right, well, listen, though. Let's laugh. It's National Let's Laugh Day. So I think you should give me your best joke. No, I'm sorry. Give me your worst dad joke ever, and then I'll give you my worst dad joke, and then maybe I'll let you give me a big.
Dude, I swear to God, you're so good at these. Like, I can't think of a joke like off the top of my head. Like,
you just didn't you do a podcast with dad jokes?
No.
Didn't you guys just do one?
Why do you keep like putting these things on me? Like,
hey, so let me ask you a question.
You're confusing the listeners.
Dude, I'll explain to you later, Mom and Dad.
Mom, I never went to Jersey, Neverland.
Hey, so no, but you don't know any dad jokes.
The ones I do know,
like a knock one-liners.
No, no, I don't. No.
So I let my co-host do that to me on the air.
That's so shit better.
And she goes, "What's that one?" And then like 2 hours later in the show, she goes, "Oh, I remember the joke." We went on. So already it's funny.
Shout out to Beth, dude.
Yeah, Beth is awesome. So anyway.
No, my jokes are like stupid ones where are like, what do you call a guy with no arms and no legs on the wall?
On a wall?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Art.
So we did it on the, okay, I love it. Okay. So we did it on the radio, and this guy calls in and gives me this one. Because we're like, all right, let's laugh day, give us a one-liner joke. So this guy calls in and says, how did the hamburger buns introduce his wife?
I don't even know the setup, dude.
I know. How did the hamburger bun introduce his wife? How did the hamburger bun introduce his wife? I love how you were saying, like, I'm a professional speaker for a living. I could not get that out.
I know, you're great, dude. Well, don't quit your day job for this. No, I don't know. I'm trying to think of it. Like, I don't know, but
how did the hamburger bun introduce his wife? And the answer is meet Patty.
Oh my God.
It's kind of good though. It's kind of good.
That's good.
You may tell that on stage.
Okay, I feel like that's like a Mitch Hedberg like type of joke or something. You know what I'm saying?
Meet Patty.
That's great.
This guy called and told me that it was awesome.
Yo, what do you think? Laughter is contagious.
Absolutely.
Like, have you seen that video of like someone starting like a laughing on a train, and like won't stop? They just keep going, and like eventually like they just look so crazy that one person starts laughing and they can't stop, and then the next person. By the time the video is over, the whole train is cracking up. Just because this guy is just laughing.
Like a social experiment.
Yeah, like he just starts laughing, or just a woman just starts laughing on a train. She's just like, and she does it for long enough, and then someone starts laughing at her, and then another person starts laughing because that person's laughing, and just
sure. Why is it funny to laugh at a little baby laughing? All right, you know what I'm saying? When you watch a baby laughing on YouTube, it's contagious because it's a baby laughing. I mean, that baby's not funny, right?
But it's
not even the cutest baby I've ever seen.
The thing is, though, about it that's funny is that they don't even know they're being funny, and they don't even know what they're doing. So it's just like you're special. Like, that's what it is.
What?
Like, it's just like
you're confused by how the baby science works.
No, I mean literally the baby's like it'll stop for a second, and it's like it'll watch for your reaction, and it's like
it can't talk. That's how it communicates.
I know, but I don't know. I'm not a big baby person.
This is the thing that you and I talked about off air. You're not a fan of babies.
Are we talking about off air on this, or off air like actually?
Oh, no. You called me earlier and said, "Hey, I want to talk about this. I'm not a big fan of babies," and it sounds like that holds true right now.
Dude, I told you not to talk about it when we got on here.
I'm joking. No, size good. Dude, you're gonna be what's going on? What's your ultimate setup as far as your life? Where do you see yourself? You're an interesting guy because you could be a lone wolf and be very productive and all that, but you can also be a very social guy. You're one of the first guys that welcomed me when I started working with you. But what do you see as far as, I don't want to say what do you see in 10 years, but like your family, like your personal life, what does that look like for you in maybe 5-10 years?
Dude, that's an interesting question because honestly today I just went out to dinner with my friend Paul. You know him. You got to see him.
PG-13, baby.
PG, yeah. He and him and I went out and grabbed some food, and I've just had this like epiphany in the last day. And I'm kind of putting it out there, but I don't care. I've been thinking about, I started this podcast called Future Bachelor, and essentially, it's because an ex-girlfriend got me into watching the show, and now I'm single and I watch the show by myself still. And, you know, noticing that they don't have like diversity that much on the show. They had one black bachelorette, and then they haven't had any other. There's only been white people like as the lead like person on there. So I told myself I'm going to be the first brown bachelor. And
Brown Bachelor, I like it.
Yeah, so that kind of started the Future Bachelor podcast. And, you know, it's kind of a joke and stuff, but
why'd you call it the first Brown Bachelor? That would have been a better podcast name.
Well, all right, the reason why is because you know me. What is my favorite movie?
I do not know your favorite movie.
Come on, we celebrated. I had the hat, the T-shirts, and everything.
The hat, the T-shirts,
the time travel, everything, dude.
Oh, Back to the Future. Excuse me.
Yeah, Back to the Future is my favorite movie. And honestly, that movie is the catalyst. Like I said, Saved by the Bell, Fresh Prince, Wonder Years, but Back to the Future, Marty McFly, Michael J. Fox is like the staple of like everything. It's the way I think about life and time, and how like every decision can go down in a different path, and like your life, you only get one of it. You really can choose the path you are. You won't really know where your destination is, but you have a choice to make. I'm going to be a better person every day. So this is kind of like the path I've been on, you know, probably since I've met you. I've been working towards it, and it's been easier more now than ever. You know, decisions.
I always thought you were a nice guy, dude, though. I mean, it's funny. It's like, I think everybody could say, yeah, they could get up and say, yeah, I want to make the choice of being a better person today. But I mean, it really is a choice, because you can get ticked off, you know, 5 minutes later and want to go right back to, you know, being a jerk or whatever, take it out on somebody else, you know?
I think the real big point of where it started was when I lost my dad at 20. And I kind of just like realized, like, dude, the most important people can just be taken out of your life. Just taken, just gone. And you can either be sad about it, or you can just try to live for them. But knowing that, I think I just get really sad about thinking like this might be the last time I see people. Like it could be like me going to work, and I just like somebody dies and I don't see him at work again anymore. Like simple as that can make me really sad. So I think instead of doing that, I try to make the most out of every moment I can, whether that's by myself. And now we have the technology to be able to make music and videos. I do covers and all that stuff. Or, you know, when I'm with people, really being in the moment with them, and like trying to like be like, dude, like, you know, when me and you hung out, when you came here like a couple months ago, like that was amazing, man. Like when I went there to go see you, like that was amazing. But I really cherish life, and I really cherish people in my life. So with that being said, like, you know, I don't think like sheep, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think like the majority of people. Like I know I have a 9 to 5, but that's only because like I have to, you know, have a living and stuff like that. But my ultimate goal, like I was talking about today with Paul, was that I really think I want to take like a year off, like of work.
Really?
Just save up enough money where my rent is covered for a year and all my bills are paid. And this idea of going on, I think I'm going to try to go on The Bachelorette, and see what happens on like that process of it. But if that doesn't work out, or, you know, whatever, I don't even get on a show, I'd probably take a year from there to just wake up every day. Because I know my worth, man. Wake up every day and go to work at 9 a.m. here and make music and write and do videos, and every day do it for myself, promote. I tell everybody, like, guys, I quit my job. This is my life. So every time you click like or write a comment on my thing, you're supporting me. I'm not asking for money. I'm just asking for you to listen to my stuff and share it to the next person. Tell a friend. And I really think if I gave it my all, like for a whole year, every day, don't drink, you know, like I'm just working out, being the best version of myself, and making music and being productive, I think I can be successful doing this for the rest of my life. Like,
absolutely,
helping
man.
Other people do it, you know, eventually, you know, set up a company, but like I need to do it for myself first. And so with that all being said, I feel like I need to do that in the next like 2 years, like before I get a girlfriend, before I get a wife, before I have a kid, before I even get a dog. Like the biggest responsibility I got right now is these 4 plants sitting in front of me that have been with me for a year. I've kept them. They're thriving. Like, you know,
congratulations.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. They're beautiful. I love them. And, yeah, you. And so, you know, I don't know, man. Like, I do see myself having a family. Of course, would love little versions of myself. I think I would make some good-looking kids. But when it comes to love,
wow,
yeah, I'm humble, right? When it comes to love,
and inaccurate,
yeah. Well, it really depends on the girl, but
there's nothing. You have nothing to do with it on your side. You're all good to go. Perfect jeans on your side.
Yeah, all that is straight. I've seen it.
Yikes! I don't know, man. I've seen your shower bod. Not great.
No. It's different now. I've seen your shower bod. You want to talk about bodies? Holy shit! Let's go.
Yeah, dude. Okay. I'm ripped. What's up?
Yeah, ribs. You said.
Yeah, I got ribs. What are you talking about? Go ahead, talk about my body. I got to hear this.
No, I don't. I'm just
talking about my body. I want to hear this. Go ahead. Yeah, I don't want to destroy you. No, let's hear it.
You have no ass, dude. Holy shit.
Are you kidding me?
I'm joking. You got the fattest ass. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Okay.
I had a girl tell me one time that she wanted to eat her next meal off it.
I don't know what people mean by things like that. That's actually like a very derogatory statement.
And she did.
Shut up.
Swear to God, dude. Big Mac with fries. That's what she wanted. That's what her thing was.
You're crazy, dude. Oh my God. Yeah, how many pimples you have in your ass after that?
I haven't looked. But dude,
why did you ask her?
Mind your own business, would you?
Well, you wouldn't want to talk about bodies. Went straight from my shower body.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no. But what about my body? I'm good to go.
No, whatever. I don't.
You're getting all personal, dude.
Shut up! You look at you. You're getting defensive. Oh my God!
No, you're talking to chisel chest over here, dude.
Chisel chest. Give me a break. Anyways, when it comes,
I got the biggest dad bod of all time.
It's all good, man. So do I. You gotta embrace it. I don't care.
Yours is worse than mine, though.
No,
honestly.
No, hell no, dude. I've been in the gym. Fuck you.
No, dude.
I got a pull-up bar right
easy
here.
on the language.
This is a.
All right, I will Venmo you $200 if you can do 20 pull-ups, full pull-ups.
I can't do 20 pull-ups. You can't.
Okay,
either.
See, you haven't. Yes, I can.
You can do 20 pull-ups. Yeah, right.
Easily.
No way.
How many push-ups could you do right now?
I could do 30.
That's it. I could easily do 60. Okay. I'm not messing with you, dude.
Well, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm just getting into the working out thing, though.
My dad can beat up your dad.
I'm just saying, like in 3 years, I'm gonna be able to do the 30 pull-ups, and then you're gonna be stuck on the ground. No,
dude, I'll be bigger.
Okay, we'll see.
You know what I want to do? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna.
Want to do a challenge? Like, let's go.
No. I'm gonna. They're gonna have one more spot for The Bachelor, and I'm just gonna swoop in. Yeah, right. And I'm gonna watch you have your dream go. What? Wait, where'd you come from? Like, dude, last minute application. Dude. And then I just step in front of you.
I would love that. I would love that so America could see the first brown Bachelor happen, because you could take the girl. Go for it. I'll become the next
you're
Bachelor.
Gone. No, I'm saying I take your spot on the. They need one more person on like the Bachelorette, right? They need one more guy.
Dude, have you seen the guys that they just picked for this season?
Hold on,
we're both getting on the show,
dude.
We're both getting on the show.
Dude, slim pickings. Everybody's. I don't know. Anyway, if you're like super hot and never been married, nothing, and you're like 40, something happened. So, but let's not get into that. Unless you're a nun, so that would make sense.
I mean, that's something happened.
But dude, so you're just one more guy left that you can fill on the Bachelorette, and you're like, dude, this is my first day. I'm all pumped, and they go, let's play it out. I'm the casting director,
right.
And you're like, dude, I'm super excited about this role. Go ahead.
All right, cool. Dude, I am so excited about being on the show. I've been telling all my family about it. I've not been able to sleep or eat or anything, which is great because I'm going to look like amazing on camera. When are we starting?
Glad you brought that up.
What?
Glad you brought that up. I wanted to talk to you about it. First of all, we love you. We think you're a great person.
Thanks.
We think you're awesome with as far as, this whole application process. We think you've been great. We happen to interview one more person, and we think they may be a better fit for this season. But we have all your stuff, and we may be calling you next season. But we had one guy come in late, and he's going to kind of bump your spot a little bit because we just think he'd be a better fit for this kind of show, that type.
And why are you telling me? Like, why?
Well, he's an actor that people know.
Oh, like, actor people know.
Yeah, J.R. Joust. J.R. Joust. He's a new actor that just came into town. And then what would your reaction be right now? Yeah, so you're like, so J.R. Joust is the actor actually that we're going to bring in to be on The Bachelor.
No, I would seriously think this is a joke. Like, you guys are messing with me. Like, this is not like he paid you. Like,
that's my point. That's my point. I want to get in there so I can bump you out of your dream.
Dude, don't you have a girlfriend? I don't understand what's going on here. Why
I do. I do. We were role playing there as if I wanted to, but I would go
role play ourselves.
I was a casting director, dude.
Yeah, but I'm playing myself talking about you, who I know. Like, you can't. You're role playing.
Dude. Anyway, my point is, I don't know why that's so funny.
It's just hilarious to me, this whole thing, dude. Like, what we're doing.
No, man. I my point is, I'm coming in to interrupt your dream.
No, I mean, dude, good for you. Like,
And yes, I have a girlfriend, but let me just tell you this right now. If I was on that show, I would only be there to sabotage stuff. Like, I'd make the most out of it and become the villain, because they usually last the longest.
The villains don't last the longest. They literally have a villain, and then they'll make another villain from the next person. Like, they have like 4 villains lined up. It's just like different levels of villain. But you would definitely be a villain. I could not see you.
Well, I couldn't be serious about it. Like, I couldn't be like, oh my gosh, I've never felt this way. Oh, is that a camera? You guys want to do another take? Sorry. I don't want to.
I just think I would just be myself. Like, you know, the whole thing, like, it's not about a matter of, I mean, yeah, I'm looking for love, but like in real life, man, like, being single for like the last 3 years has taught me, like, when it comes to girls, like, there's so many girls. You can like a girl, you can force yourself to like anybody, really, but like, you don't need to. Like, I don't need to right now. And I think the right one is going to come at a moment where either I'm not looking for it, I wouldn't expect it, or, you know, I don't know, man. I just
that's the point though. But when you're going on The Bachelor, you're forcing it.
Maybe
Dude,
not.
You're not going to be in what is it, 3 weeks they shoot or whatever, 6 weeks? There's no way you're falling in love in 6 weeks while there's other dudes macking on your chick.
I say I love you to girls like right away anyway.
No, but you're going to watch other dudes mack on them? That's what they're all doing there.
No, dude. All right, so dude, I'm going in with a mindset. I'm going in with a mindset, dude. I know what I'm doing.
I understand your mindset.
I understand your mindset means
you're going to the wrong situation with that mindset.
No. I know what I'm going into. Like, these guys go into the show being like, oh, I can't see this guy, like this other girl or guy with my, like, you know, person I'm dating. It's like, dude, this is what the show is. You have to train your brain for this. Like, you know, I'm trained. I've mentally prepared for years to go on this show.
And that's great. And I think you'd be great on the show. But my point is, are you going to be okay professing your love to a girl that you know is dating other dudes at the same time?
Yes, man.
You're an idiot then. Why would you do that?
I'm not an idiot, because I know that's the show and I'm going on it.
I know, but that's not real love that you're looking for. That's manufactured.
Dude, it can happen. You can find love in the craziest places.
Give me the last successful couple that came off The Bachelor.
Well, I mean, what do you call successful?
Like, they're still married.
Yeah, they got like ones that got kids. They're married.
I know, but how many out of how many seasons? I don't think
that ratio is not good. But they're
getting
better.
The percentage is not great.
It's getting better.
They're getting better.
Yeah.
They're picking nicer people.
No, they're just like Bachelor in Paradise. Now they're matching like the rejects with other rejects. So they're they're actually making love on the show. So if I got on The Bachelorette, my plan would be probably to try to get on Bachelor in Paradise too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, after you hear all the things going down on that filming.
Hell yeah. Love me some hot tubs.
Do you think we would have been friends in high school?
No. I mean, I would like to say, I think if you were the same exact way in high school.
Oh, God. What exact same way as how?
Like how you were now. Like, I try to think like I'm pretty similar to what I was like in high school. Like, I always talk to everybody, but were you like, I could picture you being like a jock and part of the popular kids.
Actually, not really, because I liked the art side of stuff too. So I always took acting classes and stuff like that. So I knew
that is cool. I think that's a really cool part.
So that was kind of
that's what I like about you, because it's like you're kind of like you're like a don't judge a book by its cover type situation. Yeah. You know,
like I never bought a Letterman's jacket. I didn't want all that. I thought that was a little much. I played baseball. I was a horrible basketball player, and I just
were you a bully?
No. I actually stuck up for people who were bullied people. I mean, my friends,
I feel like
my
you'd be
family,
a good bully.
No, but that wasn't I didn't get off on that. I didn't think that was that cool. I watched bullies, and I used to make fun of them. You know, just like joking around, like, "Hey, dude, stop bugging them," like whatever. Mm-hmm. But no, I wasn't really a bully. But if I thought that you thought you were like super cool and you treated people differently, then I'd come at you and be like, "Hey, dude, who are you?"
Yeah.
Just because there's no reason to do that. You know, stop taking yourself so seriously. But as far as like the jock thing goes, I never
think
got
by senior year, me and you would have been friends. Like by senior year,
Sure.
me and you would have been.
But I was the ASB guy. Like I was planning on the pep rallies and doing all that.
Just the way me and you clicked, like from the beginning. There's no way that me and you wouldn't have like figured that out a couple years prior. You know,
well, that's the thing, dude. Is if I go back to this, and this is gonna blow your mind. If I'm the athletic part of this, you're the artsy side that I connect with. So I think that's kind of cool. Like you're a guy that I have a lot of friends that played sports and stuff like me, but I don't have a whole lot of buddies that are like, dude, super creative, super smart, know how to do that. And that's like the other side. That's like my other interests, other than being active, is my other interests are like the art behind stuff and the business behind stuff. And that's kind of mine you are. And I think that's where you and I click because you're a horrible athlete.
Yeah. That's self-proclaimed right there. I'm not a big sports guy. Like I just never have. But it's cool.
Do you watch sports?
I can. Like I've been getting more into like the football. Like it's hard not to when everyone's so into it. Like Georgia's just a huge sports state. Like
right.
They got.
But now you got that new team too. Now the AAF. It's like the Atlanta Tornadoes or something like that. I forget what it's called, but there's like another football. You have Falcons, and then you have another team that's on this new American Football League.
Yeah, I barely knew the Falcons.
Yeah, do you know where they play?
I think in Louisiana.
No, but they play you go to concerts, I'm sure, where they play.
I'm just joking, dude.
Atlanta.
Like Mercedes-Benz Stadium? I don't know.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. I know that's
Atlanta Legends is the new football team.
No, I mean, I've been to a couple soccer games here. Those are crazy. People love the Atlanta United. I love soccer. Soccer's dope to watch. Like there's just like basketball. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that shit's rigged. Like it just seems like to me, it just seems like too convenient that there's always just like 2020, 2022, 2022, 2020. Like it's just like always like this for like 2 or 4 point game. Yeah. I don't know. It's just weird to me.
That's a whole other podcast.
Yeah, I shouldn't be talking on this one then. But no, man. I think like in high school, I was a brown kid in a sea of white people, so I always stood out. And then by like the time I got to like high school in 10th grade, having a sister that was a grade below me was like awesome. So that was the beginning of me realizing like, hey, I have the advantage of like having access to all these like girls. And then my friends were like, oh shit, like he's always like at his house with all these girls hanging out and stuff. They're like, we should probably be like him. And then that's kind of where like I started making friends and stuff was, high school.
So through girls, that's how you met.
Girls have always been my.
But were they just like, oh, Cy, like friend zone Cy?
No, I think it was.
I remember that was you told me that was your nickname for a while, friend zone Cy. You had said that. We were talking in Orlando on Church Street, and you said, "Dude, you know what they used to call me around here? Friend zone Cy."
No way.
And I know at least 15 chicks that have you in the friend zone.
Look at that fake laugh. That
ain't fake, bro. It's real.
Yeah, right. So no, man. Actually, moving to Atlanta has taught me how to actually be friends with girls. Like that's an honest thing. I've always been in relationships growing up and stuff. So. As much as you've known me too, I was in relationships, but when I moved here was like the first time I've been single as an adult.
Shout out to Brittany. That's the girl I met when you were dating. You were dating that girl in Orlando, Brittany, right?
No.
There wasn't?
There was no girl named Brittany.
Oh, really?
Yeah, come on, dude.
The blonde. The blonde. There was Brittany. It was remember that girl that you used to bring around?
Guys, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
When the other girl wasn't around. I remember that. Sorry.
Jesus
anyway.
Christ.
Friend zone side, go ahead.
But yeah, no, being friends with girls, like, is pretty dope. It was hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know how to just, like, be friends with girls because I was always so, like, wanting to hook up. Like, like, I'm good at talking to girls. I'm, like, experienced or whatever like that. But, like, just being friends with girls, like, it wasn't something that I knew how to do. So when I moved here, it was like, let me try something. Like let me try not to think about hooking up all the time. Like let's try to just like be friends. Like have no expectations and stuff. And it actually opens you up to even more girls. Like that's the crazy part is like you're friends with a girl, she has all her friends.
Well, because you're now like it's friend zone size here, and it's like, hey,
yeah, I'm probably known as
friend
friend zone side now.
I'm seriously though, but what I'm saying is they go, oh, he's not crazy or creepy or whatever. Their guard isn't on when you were friends with their friends, say, oh, this guy's cool, whatever. But here, let's act this out. Let's say you get to the final rose ceremony. Okay. I'm the girl. I won.
Okay.
It's me and you on a cliff, right? I'm the girl and I was the bachelorette.
Okay.
And you're the final guy.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I won.
Yes, we're talking. And now you have to propose to me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Are you?
And this is after 6 weeks of the show, or however long the show is. It's been ups and downs, roller coasters. Boom. Here we go.
What's your name?
Final thing. What's that?
What's your name?
Let's just go with Brittany, the girl that we know.
So she's blonde?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh.
Because that makes a difference. All right. So hold on. You just told me that.
So this is what I'm thinking. This is how I see it playing out for you.
Okay.
If you were to go. If you were to be on the show, that just having known you and your interaction with people, this is how I think. Even if you were the final person, this is what I want. Let's get there. This is how I think the girl would react.
Hold on. I'm so confused right now. Hold on. Did I win or lose? Because you're making it sound like I'm about to lose or something.
No. There's 2 guys left.
Okay.
So you don't know yet.
So it's
you're
me
making
and another guy.
You're making your yes, and you're making your final plea to her.
Oh, okay. To tell her that I'm the one.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Brittany.
Yes.
I know you have a lot on your plate right now. I know that you probably have a million thoughts running through your mind. But these last 2 months of dating you has been the most amazing time of my life. And I know this is an unconventional way to find love. And I know that you have a huge decision to make. But I just can't see myself leaving here tomorrow without you by my side. And I've met your folks. You've met mine. I feel like we fit really well together. I cannot imagine how it can be any better. So, fuck that other guy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Sai, I think you were saying that, and I do think we are great together, and my family loves you, and I'm not even going to go say anything to that guy, and I want to take a trip with you, me, my friends, my family, and I've booked us a ticket to the friend zone. Because that's where you're going. You're only going to be a friend zone to all these chicks if you just keep hanging out with them and you're friends with all of them.
Dude, is that a big setup just to tell me?
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. I don't care. That's the thing.
I think it's great that you can be friends with chicks, but don't become the guy that's the one friend of all the chicks, because then you're like,
dude, am I friend zone Zai for real?
I don't know. Can you imagine on The Bachelorette? So after 2 months, you cry and you're like, dude, I see you more as a friend.
How the fuck did I make it to the end then?
I don't know, because she was looking for a friend.
No, dude.
Oh, dude, but that's great. Your face right there, your face was so shocked that I flipped the script on you. That will be the promo for this right now. That was so awesome.
No way.
Was that a big setup?
I hate you, dude. Big mind fuck. No, but dude,
I bleep so much of this now. Good Lord.
Hold on, are you really not swear on this?
I don't say the F word.
Really?
You just dropped.
Well, hold on. You gotta preface this stuff before you push record. Then, like, I say it on my show.
Bro, I talk to families every day. I'm a family man. I gotta set a good example.
Yeah, but you're not swearing.
That's what I'm saying.
It's funny because usually I'm not the one swearing on my podcast, but like I don't know, the way we're doing this, I'm in my living room right now. I feel like we're having
versus your studio that you normally have.
I just don't talk to you often, like, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
No, but what I was going to say though, like when it comes to the world we live in today, I do not know like if it's traditional anymore. Do you just
it's not.
You know what I'm saying? So I might die an old single man, but like I'll have the best life of my life, like, you know what I'm saying? Like right. It's not going to be lonely. It's
something that scares me too. It's like, how do you know? Like, you know, everybody talks about that moment. Like, I'm like, did I miss that moment? Was there a sign that I missed? And everybody's like, no, you'll know. But I also have talked to people who are like, dude, I didn't know until I was married a year in that this was going to be, the one for me. And so that thing that scares me, but it's not traditional. I don't think you need to worry about it because there's so many distractions. So, I mean, listen, your limitation to meet other people, guys and girls, was so much smaller than it is now. I mean, you could meet people all over the world, So, and there's so much static going on in the world that, like you said, of being in the moment with your friends. I don't think a lot of relationships people are in the moment. They're on their phones or whatever, which is, I'm not breaking any new ground by saying that, but that kind of changes the whole traditional getting to know someone like heart to heart first versus some flirting over Snapchat or Instagram or whatever. And then finally take it to the next level. And even when you're, and they're so accessible. So you knew that once I saw Mary and went on a date with her, that I had to consume that time because I couldn't text her afterwards. I couldn't go on AIM to see if she was on there hey, did you have fun like I had fun? No, it was there. Or you had to make a phone call, talk to her dad, ask her if it's okay to talk to her on the phone on his line. And so I just felt like there was so much more work and the proper work that went into older relationships versus now where it's like, yeah, I'll hit you up. I'll text you. Oh, I can see you anytime I want. Cool. Let's FaceTime. Like, it's different.
I feel like, also like just having the internet is just like a stupid advantage too. It's like, oh damn, like Valentine's Day is next week. What the hell am I going to do? Let me Google like something, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you got 10 top things to do. Like before you had to be like real creative, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah,
it's things that like people would never know that you did or never do again. Now it's like, 10 things to do like for free, like on this day or something like that. And it's like, damn, but let me ask you this. How do you feel about, do you really think of that whole idea of like there's like a soulmate for you, like one person that's
No, I don't think that. I think there's probably, I think that in the world, I bet you there's probably 6 people in the world that you could have a great life with. I don't think you meet all 6 of those people by any means. I think you find the one that's most compatible with you, and then you have a successful life with them. But to think that, because here's the deal: if you were, God forbid, you were married and somebody's passed away in that marriage, I think that you could find someone that would mold with you again. I really do. So I think because I've seen marriages like my grandmother. I didn't even meet my grandfather, but she remarried, and I only knew her second husband, who was an awesome guy, and they clicked really well, and they did everything together. And I would have never known if no one ever told me that my grandfather was somebody else, because they were perfect for each other.
It's kind of messed up.
So.
Though. They didn't tell you that you had another grandfather?
No, they did. Oh, they did. No, I'm saying if they hadn't told me, I wouldn't know, because their marriage looked so great. It didn't look like it was pieced together by any means. It sounded
like they were like keeping it from you for a while or something.
No,
I get it. Like, like my yeah, right. Your dad's awesome. When my dad passed away, like, that was like one of the things that it just was such a huge growing thing for me, man. Just understanding that, like, it made me realize my mom is a human being. And like, I think like a couple years after like he had passed away, we had gone out to lunch. She came to Orlando and she was like, I think I'm going to start like putting myself out there. And I kind of freaked out. I was like, how? Like, it's only been like 4 or 5 years or whatever like that. Like, how do you forget about all these years with dad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't understand. And then like, I think I like sat on it for a little while, like not even that long, but I just kind of thought about it. Like, what really made me sad was like thinking about my mom being lonely. And now that she's like remarried and living life, like, it's the happiest I've ever seen her in a long time. And this guy is awesome. I just really appreciate him in my life, like, because he's in my mom's life, like I can appreciate that about him. Not just like, oh, who's this guy that's like with my mom, and like, it's like this guy like cares enough to like spend his days taking care of her.
Sure.
It's like, dude, I love you. I love you, man. Like, I call him Pops now. I was like, dude, do you mind if I call you Pops? Like, I feel like it's only right.
You asked that?
Yeah. Like,
that's cool.
There was like one like Father's Day where I was like, I just, you're the closest thing I got to a father now. Like, I always have my dad. I'll always remember him. But this guy, like, saying loves my mom, loves her family and everything that came with it and stuff. And it's just like, so yeah, I do believe, like, I guess there's multiple people out there that can, be for you. I just hate when people like, get so bogged down and it's like, no, that's my soulmate. Or like, I hate when people say they have a type and they think that's a good thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you're gonna always be like surfacey. I don't know if that's, well, I mean, you can have a type. I think you're attracted physically to people, but I think that type can get changed real quick if you realize, oh man, that that person physically is very attractive to me, but emotionally and personality wise, definitely not. So
there's like this one show. Have you seen that show? Are You the One?
No.
It's like an MTV like dating show. It's like they put.
Dude, you're
like,
watching all the dating shows right now.
Yeah, man. I'm trying.
You need to get out there. You're having a big. Let's go back to this again. You're having a girls' wine night on Wednesdays, and dude, I'm just telling you right now, you might as well be a girl because they don't care about you at all.
No, shut up, dude.
I'm telling you right now, dude.
They're telling me they care.
I mean, they care about.
They tell me they care.
Yeah, like their best girlfriend. Like, hey, I love you like a girlfriend. That's probably what they say.
Like, I fucking love wine, man. That shit's awesome.
I love wine. You missed the point, but
I don't care. I'm hanging out with girls, bruh. No, no. I just to me, like, it's just I don't know, man. I think. All right, so like the Are You the One? They have like 10 couples and 10 guys and 10 girls, and they have to find their perfect match with these people. And right off the bat, like, you know, they all start off by saying like, you know, this is what I used to like, and I can't be liking that anymore. But the second they all get in the house together, it's like they go to like, oh, this is exactly my type. It's always the first people that they're like, no, that's the one for me. But it's never the one for them because it's like
the first people they meet, they say that?
Yeah, they're like, no, this is definitely my perfect match. You know, this is what I told the people for, and it's not. It's just the first person they like. And it's never the perfect match because then they go into Truth Booth and find out if that person is their perfect match, and then they're not, and then they have to break up so they can like win the $1 million at the end and stuff. But the show's me right there.
You know what's funny is I go and take it out of a dating concept, and like I remember going to college and meeting this dude who's gonna be my roommate. I'm like, and he was a cool cat, whatever. I'm like, oh, dude, this is great. We're gonna hang out every day. We're gonna, do so many activities in here, that type of thing.
Yeah. Did we just come for us best friends?
Yeah, but exactly. So it was like that. But at the end of the day, I got to see his warts. You got to see my warts and my habits and our personality differences and living in quarters or tight quarters. And we realized, dude, I wasn't going to be best friends with that guy forever. I ended up having another roommate who I definitely was way more tight with, and I'm still friends with to this day. But that first initial thing, it's like, oh, especially in a dating show, what you're there for. Kind of like going to college, you know what you're there for. You're going to be rooming with this person. So it's like you want to like somebody. You want the situation to be good. And so I feel like people blind themselves like that because they don't go, okay, back up. You're beautiful, whatever. Let's have a conversation,
That's kind of where I'm at in the dating world right now. You keep making fun about me being like a girl and all that stuff.
Never.
I know.
I'm just telling you.
But I'm just saying that's the reason why is because I'm dating a lot of different girls. And what I'm realizing is that surface level stuff, like the pretty stuff that I thought I liked, like whether it's body or face or like, clothes or whatever it is, like that's style. Like I just like style, but it's not everything. Like there's like communication. Like that's like one of the biggest things I've realized I need. Like I need someone that can, and it's not like they're bad communicators. They're just like not communicating great with me. And that's like an important thing to me. Someone that like I know they don't have to be texting me all the time, but like I have to know like I'm on their mind at some point, like during the day,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just a simple whatever. But speaking of like, someone said something interesting. This is a little different point, but my coworker today said something to me that was like pretty interesting. I was like, I might bring that up on the podcast tonight when talking to you. He was talking about how like he was relating how driving in a car and fighting, like how you get like road rage and you start talking like shit to like people next to you or honking the horn and thinking you're a badass. It could be like a little girl or something like that in the car like doing it, but it's kind of like how the internet is. Do you think? Like you get like kind of like those like muscles like behind like a screen or behind like a window and stuff, and you think you
keyboard warrior.
Yeah, like like it's. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
You're saying because like in your car you're a tough guy too, right?
Exactly.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I guess so. But the problem is now people are so nuts they'll follow you home.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a different game now. It's like, dude, you need to.
Someone cut me off.
If you're gonna settle that, make sure you're in a very well lit area, maybe next to a police station.
Well, that's why I don't do that. But like someone cut me off this morning, and something I started doing just to like freak them out. I of course like honk, then I flip them off like and then the newest thing I do is like I take out my phone and I do this and I make it look like I'm taking a picture, but I just like get my flashlight out and I'm like doop 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 doop. And I make it look like I took a flash picture, and then they just start freaking out. Like I could just see them just like panicking in the rearview mirror and stuff. Because like, why are they taking a picture? Like, no, they're like, why are they taking a picture of my license plate? Like, so I don't take a picture. I'm just like doing the flashlight to make it look like I'm taking a picture. And they're like, why? What is he gonna like? Where is he gonna find me? You know what I'm saying? So,
dude, easily entertained, my friend. That's a good one though.
I know. I haven't heard about it before. I just take out my phone and do the flashlight.
I don't think anybody's ever done it before, dude. That is a very.
I'm a trendsetter.
You and the girls taking a ride and doing that, huh?
Yeah, man. I show them something new. They like that new flashlight.
You're a good friend.
Crew.
You're a good friend of them.
Yeah. Well, where are your girlfriends?
Dude, my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a girlfriend, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I have other friends, like my buddies' girlfriends and their wives, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't go hang out. I'm not having a wine Wednesday watching The Bachelor, dude.
Well, you're missing out, buddy. You're missing out. They're
sure
fun, and there's other girls there.
I know, and you scream loud anyway, so I'm sure the screams get together. It's like,
dude, I do freak out. I'm like, yo, this is the craziest ending.
And they love it. Yeah, they love it. Someone to buy their drinks and all that's awesome that you're there, dude.
It'll work out for me one day.
Yes, it will. You're the man, Si.
Thanks, man.
All right, brother. But listen, man, I appreciate you coming on here. Let me ask you this: talking about girl, plug yourself. What would be like the ideal girl for you, and personality wise? Or you can do physical too.
Well,
let's be real.
Okay, so like, you want to break it down into physical and whatever.
Personality, yeah.
Well, the thing is, dude, I like all types of girls. Like, that's what I realize now. Like, it's just like I don't like really discriminate that much. I do like a booty. That's kind of like my thing. Boobies is not really that important to me. But they are more than welcomed. And and like just like the face, like I just have to like to be able to look at it and think you're beautiful to me. It doesn't have to be like, Kylie Jenner puffed up or whatever it is, but it's just like, a natural beauty. Let's see. And then as far as like personality, I just need a girl that's driven and understands like different types of drives in people, because I don't know, like I just don't know. A person has to understand like my drive, like why like I can't hang out on Wednesday nights because that's my podcast night. Like, that's the way it is. I can't do anything on a Wednesday. And they have to, like, some girls are going to be like, like some girls that are not right for me will get annoyed by that. But the right one is going to be like, that's hot. Like, that's dope that he does that. And then on her end, like, I want a girl that's like wants more out of life. Like, I just like is driven. Like, it doesn't have to be about money or like, your career, but like just trying to change and do things different. Like, yeah. Being in one place forever is just not like me. Like I
That's
can't.
not your thing.
No.
I hear you, dude.
But
I love it.
Yeah.
It's going to happen for you, man.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
And then when you get on The Bachelor, I would be like, dude, I called it.
Yeah. Right.
after this podcast.
Dude, imagine that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
No, but I really do think The Bachelor is in my future one way or another.
I love it.
Did my lights turn off? Alexa, lights on.
Oh, God, he's bragging now. We don't need that.
I have to go out with a bang, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my gosh.
Just let them know.
All right. Brother, thank you for coming on. Yeah. Dude, I can't thank you enough.
Yeah,
give your handle.
Yeah.
Give your handle.
On Instagram, I'm at thatflykid, ThatFlykid. And then you can find me, my podcast is The Future Bachelor on Instagram. But check out everywhere you listen to podcasts. I got my co-host Veronica, shout out to her. And each week we talk about pop culture, dating, what's going on in the news, new music, and all that stuff. So it's a cool place. And if The Bachelor's on, we're talking about The Bachelor 2 in there. So
love it. Are you guys doing like watch parties with it live or
yeah,
what?
we do like a live we call them tipsy talks. So when they're on, we just like go live on Instagram story on there and just kind of like drink wine and talk about the show, talk shit. So
another
it's fun,
wine
man.
night.
Yeah,
another wine night for my man, dude.
New episode every Thursday. So find us anywhere you listen to podcasts. We're on YouTube as well. So
love it,
dude. I'm really proud of you in this whole thing. Keep it going. Don't slip. And anytime you want me on here, I'm here.
We'll let you know, dude.
Cool. Yeah. Is that what The Bachelor's gonna say to me?
Exactly. We'll let you know. All right, dude. Si, Herbert, Riadigi, whatever your last name is. Anyway,
you're so racist, dude.
No, what is it? No, actually, my friend Sissany is her last name. Riadigi.
Yeah,
no,
that's not my last name, though.
What's your last name?
My name is
Rigamorgus?
My name is Shashi Rajadex.
That's a good one.
Most
like
people,
a Rolodex.
Yeah, I tell people that, but nowadays people don't know what a Rolodex is. That's the crazy part.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so I have to find a new way, like to say it.
Si Day Planner.
You can call me Si Money. Most people do.
Oh, I don't know that many people that do.
Yeah, you know everyone calls me Side Money. I'm trying to actually break it.
No, for real, dude. You the man. Love you.
Love you too, bro.
Thanks for coming on. JR off air.
Off air. Let's go.
JR off air.
Okay, off air. Let's go.
No, you hang up.
No, you fucking hang up.
No, you hang up.
No, I'm signing out. I want the last word. Off air. Let's go.
It's my podcast.
All right, but I'm recording it right now. What do you want?
I know.
You don't get this podcast unless I give it to you. So off air with Side Money. Let's go. All right, here you go. All right, I'm going to stop recording right here, but stay on here for a second.
All right, that was awesome.
That was dope, man. An hour.
How long was that?
An hour. About an hour and 3 minutes.